Hi there, and long time no see. As I've mentioned previously, being on video is not quite my thing, so bear with me should I stumble through this. My name is Alicia Axnick, and I'm the Marketing and Operations Manager for PPG. As featured in my role title, I manage both marketing and operations for the team here at Platinum People Group. So today I thought I would share a couple of tips and tricks I've learned along the way on juggling multiple roles with your sanity intact. While you might not officially have two roles like me, many employees and business owners, especially in smaller companies, have to wear many hats. Keeping all these balls in the air, so to speak, can be quite a challenge and one that shouldn't be underestimated. To find your balance, here's some of the things I would recommend. 1. Write it down. I'm a huge advocate for list making, as I find it helps to keep me in control. Actively take notes of success and ensure steps aren't missed. Whether it's pen to paper, some digital dot points, or an official tool like Asana or Trello. Jot down every task that comes up or is floating around in your mind. Being sure to break larger tasks down further into smaller, more achievable steps. For all of them, try to segment them into categories. For example, I have one for marketing and one for operations. And then within those groups, I have priorities of high, medium, and low. Number 2, map it out. Now that you have a giant list, it can be easy to feel overwhelmed and not know where to begin. Start by mapping out your time and priorities. For example, as a manager, you might allocate 50% of your time to being on the tools, 30% to training your team, 15% to admin, and 5% to marketing. Use these percentages to gather roughly how much of your work week should be spent doing what and when. Work to your preference on whether it's easier to separate your roles into completely different days, or if you prefer the variety of switching them out intermittently. Just remember, productivity is the goal. So if you find it difficult to switch from one activity to the other, it's best to keep your roles as separate as possible. Number 3, ask for help. Whether you're an employer or an employee, there are always resources available to you. Allocate when needed to help you stay on top of your tasks. If you are juggling multiple roles or multiple funnels within the one role, and you're noticing things are starting to slip, speak up and voice where you might need some additional assistance, whether that's more hands on deck or the request for further training or education. Learning to share the load where needed is a skill, not a weakness. Number 4, keep it enjoyable. While it's important to make sure tasks and priorities are mapped out accordingly, it's also vital to weave the tasks you really enjoy into your schedule. Follow up some of the tougher tasks with your lists with smaller tasks that will offer your mind some reprieve and a higher sense of accomplishment. This will help to keep you feeling fueled and motivated and help you to keep smashing out your goals. Number 5, celebrate the wins. Whether you have 5 hats in your company or just one, celebrate your achievements. Whether that's the satisfaction of ticking each item off the list, a quiet cuppa of victory as you reflect, or sharing your wins with your team. Reward your efforts, embrace the lessons learned from any failures, and always be ready to further adapt. If you have any further questions for me or any member of the PPG team, just reach out to us via the email below. As always, we're here to help.